It's me, Zippy666, and today we're here to check out the patch notes for the release of Endwalker coming out on Friday. So Endwalker patch 6.0 notes. Oh, just a heads up, there will be spoilers in it. It's not really surprising. It's probably some more showings of the areas of the maps, but I mean, it's kind of common thing now for this sort of stuff. I think most games show the maps. I mean, it's patch notes for crying out loud, so what are you going to expect? It is with great pleasure that we present the preliminary patch notes of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Packed with a multitude of add-on additions and refinements, adventures of every persuasion are sure to find something to enjoy in the exciting new update. Uh, let's see here. Additional features were implemented in the future updates. The raid Pandemonium is scheduled to be released in 6.01. Is that like end of December, isn't it? Or has that been pushed down later now? I lose track of what's going on, so yeah. The treasure hunt instance, the Excitatron 6000 and the Raid Pandemonium Savage are scheduled to release in 6.05. The new PvP content, Crystal Conflict, is planned for 6.1 or later. Right, patch notes! Old Cheryl. Oh my god. This is where I fall to pieces, trying to pronounce words. Old Charlian. Charlian? It's a good start, Zippy. You got some pictures of areas. They look beautiful. They look wonderful. Imagine this in my 3080 Ti. Whew! Gonna look good. Look good, this game. I don't want to spend too long. They look fabulous. I just can't wait to get into it. I don't want to, I haven't looked at any of this beforehand, so this is all going to be new to me anyway. I mean, I've seen things in like some of the live letters, the ones I covered, but I missed the last one because my PC was out of commission, so here we go. Some new field areas that have been added. Labyrinthos. Looks like a city with a net over it. I'm sure it's more adept than a net, but that is what we're going with. You got far. I could zoom in on the page, actually, couldn't I? There you go. We got Thavne. Thavne? Looks very pretty and colourful. There's a giant rock in the background with crystals. Can you up that, do you think? Can you fly up there? Ugh, zooming in kind of made the picture quality drop a bit. We got some other ones. We got a different scene of Thavne with Garlemald. Isn't this what we've seen from the last end of Shadowbringers? Where there was like, hang on, I'm gonna get confused now. Someone's gonna correct me, and I apologize in the comments, but this is where my brain will lack. Didn't we see the insightfulness of the Reaper class when all those weapons were literally covered all over the floors, and war was starting to spread, and explosions, and then the towers got erected, and do you think that's an ether? That's like an underground subway station. Is that one of those teleport aetherites you get in the main cities? Is this on the moon? We're on the moon now! Mare, lamb, and... Oh my god. Trying to say it was a stuffed nose is going to end up poorly. Saying it when I hadn't got a stuffed nose would be bad, but this is just going to be dreadful, so I apologise. Mare, lament... Blah? Oh my god. Mare, lamentorium. This is on the moon? Look at it, there's another... I presume that's another main aetherite crystal? Is that the same? Have they changed up the way it looks? Because it looks more elegant and pretty. This looks like a weird giant library or study. Like, is there little vials on the desk? There's a giant globe-esque thing. Looks very pretty. I want a chandelier like that. It looks kind of like planetarium sort of esque style. Anyway, the new city and field aetherites have been added. Oh yeah, there you go. Literally as I said. You got some new aetherites. Look at these fantastic glamours for the aetherites. The number of ether currents in all of Heavensward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers has been reduced. I spent so long getting them. Furthermore, the location of certain ether currents have been adjusted. Oh, great. Quests. Patch 6.9 introduces myriad quests in addition to the main scenario. As such, there may be cases where the patch notes only cite the initial quest in a series of quests tied to prevent spoilers. We encourage players to explore and discover what new stories and adventures await. So that all players are able to enjoy the expansion, we kindly ask everyone to please consider it and do their best to avoid posting spoiler-related content on the official forums, Lodestone, social media, or in videos, as there are those players who may start at the official launch or play at their own pace. The new main scenario quest has been added. Nice. I'm kind of glad. I know people hate doing like the main scenario for duties, and yes, it can be time consuming, but God, the XP you get from it is good. And actually, I don't mind doing them. I kind of enjoy some of them. Maybe if you've seen my streams, there's a few quirks. Some of them I mess about in, but but I don't mind them too much. And it's not like you're forced to do it. Hang on, that's a dragoon, isn't it? That's his spear, right? That's the spear dragon guy elf thing. Yes, I'm using all the wrong terminology. People will hate me and spite me for it, but you know, here we are. New side story quests have been added. I'm not really surprised, really, are you? Side story quests added in patch 6.0 will employ an automatic level adjust system known as Quest Sync. Quests using this system will have their difficulty and XP rewards adjusted to match your current level. That's the new tribe that's getting added, isn't it? I forget the name of it, so don't even quote me, but I know it's the elephant one. I say it because it looks like an elephant, but I don't remember the name of the tribes. I told you, terminology names are just go over my head. One in one ear, out the other. Royal quests have been added. Physical DPS sword quests added to patch 6.0 have been divided into two categories: melee DPS and physical range DPS. Okay. Tank, Paladin, Warrior, Darkman, and Gunbreaker. We were just going to skip all this. It's just quests for your classes. We'll find out on the time when we do them. Sturdium deliveries have been added. I presume this is like the next step up for, yeah, like your crafting or gathering classes. Like they had in the Crystarium where you can go and do like level 80 quests to hand in for scripts and stuff like that. I presume this is like the next one up. Yeah, okay. Here you go. Each disciple of the hand or land will be able to progress through one of the 5 series of quests associated with the different faculties of the stadium. So yeah, it's just another like next step up from Shadowbringers and the Crystarium. So you know, for your crafters and your gatherers, nothing crazy here. Pretty assumed. Certain instant battles will now display character portraits alongside the battle dialogue widget. That'd be quite a nice little quality of life, I wonder. I'm just picturing, like, you know when you see, like, the sci-fi films and you see, like, or games, and you see, like, a little screen of the man talking or woman or AI or something like that, and they're just, like, a little mouth moving. That's what I'm picturing. When viewing cutscenes in the Unending Journey, class quests and job quests up to and including those introduced in the 4.x patches will require players to change to their relevant classes or jobs. When viewing cutscenes for Disciple of War or Magic classes, they may also be viewed when playing as the corresponding job. Okay. I mean, so it's a big patch, isn't it? It's a giant. It's basically a new DLC, if you want to call it that. Levies. I haven't done these in a while. New Tradecraft and Fieldcraft levies have been added. Not surprising. XP points rewarded when using class at level 80 or above to complete a levy, where the level requirement below 80 have been capped at 1,000. So if you're using it to level up, basically. Hang on, let me read it again. Experience points rewarded when using a class at level 80 or above to complete a levy with a level requirement below 80. I mean capped. I'll say so you can't keep spamming it, basically. You can only do it. I guess that's one way, otherwise people just farm that one item for the levy. I mean, that was one of the ways to do it for the lower levels. I'm guessing it's trying to make you do a myriad of tasks, not just sit on one thing. I guess that's not bad. Some people complain, but you can't make everyone happy, so whatever. When consideration of the inflation of gil and the potential rewards for using a single levy allowance, the following adjustments have been made. Experience points and gil reward for tradecraft levies that only allow a single turn-in have been increased. Fair enough. The experience points and gil reward for tradecraft levies that allow multiple turns have been reduced. So it's basically doing it singly might be the best bet now, rather than doing a bulk buy, which is easier. Depends on how much the increase in that is, but I guess it's just not to abuse one of the systems, I guess. Experience points and gale reward for fishing and fieldcraft levies allows single turn. That's the same thing, but that's just applying to fishing. Because the downscaling of in-game values coincides with adjustments to rewards, it is not possible to make a direct comparison of rewards before and after the release. Fair enough. When undertaking fisher field levies that require spearfishing, the number of fish required for completion has been increased. Oof. I don't know what everyone else thinks about spearfishing, but honestly, I didn't really give it a big enough go. I did it for leveling between the certain, I can't remember the exact numbers. I want to say like 60 to 70 or something like that, or 70, 80. I can't remember the levels exactly off the top of my head. I just know it was in the it wasn't in Kugane, but you know, the Japanese style lands. I believe it's off the shore underneath the bridge sort of area in one of the land areas. I can't remember the name, but I remember it's like a monster was lurking or something like that, and the bubbles. And if I got more invested in it, I can probably see myself enjoying it because I don't mind gathering things like that. I can spend hours doing that kind of thing. I get distracted very easily, as probably known by me. But I've never had enough time with it for fishing because once I got it to level 80, I kind of didn't really touch fishing again. I did other gatherers, crafting and gathering classes. They're all level 80, but like I only really used the gathering after to get crafting materials to craft things I needed, and fish usually isn't one of those. So yeah, new fates have been added. Cool. It's not really surprised though, is it? New lands, new maps. You gotta have some fates in them. Players will receive bi-colored gemstones upon completing fates in 6.0 areas. The currency can be exchanged with gemstone trader NPCs for various goods. Furthermore, as you continue to complete fates in the new areas, gemstone traders will offer a wide selection. It's this thing. To view your progress in each area, shared fate under the travel. I really need to commit to new fates. There's a lot of fates in the old content, you know, all the way up to Shadowbringers, that I want to get involved in. Obviously, it's not too late now, technically, because the game's not dead or gone anywhere. It's just a new expansion. But, you know, there's a lot of, like, outfits and mounts and things like that, but you got to get a group of people following. I think there's certain Discords where you can find, like, a group of people, or people shout out in the world. It's just the timing for some of them, it just seemed a bit of a pain. Like, say it's, like, resets every day or something like that. You got to get the right timing, and... yeah, I need to keep on top of that. I need to maybe check that out. I don't have a Discord for that kind of thing, though. I might have to find one. Just to keep on top of it. I'm in a Discord for housing. I've tried housing. There's nothing related to any of this. And that is a pain. I give up. I could spend maybe 6 hours doing it, and I just give up. Sometimes it's mainly because I want to sleep, but... in one scenario, I did it for 6 hours. There was one guy left, me and him, at like 4 or 5, 6 in the morning. I gave up. Come back, checked it. I didn't sleep for very long, maybe an hour. Came back and he'd bought it in that time. I was so disappointed. That was the closest I've ever been to buying a house, and I gave up. Oh. Anyway, treasure hunts. Oh, I need to do way more of these. I've got so many maps of various levels, even and loads of 80s. I just haven't done them because I need a group of people. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the treasure maps. Some maps have been added. Rewards for the other maps have been adjusted. Tombstones rewards for completion of treasure maps introduced a patch prior to 6.0 have been changed from Alagon Tombstones of Revelation and Alagon Tombstones of Allegory to Alagon Tombstones of Poetics. I mean, it is what it is, what you gotta do about it. I didn't really use my tombstones that much. Mainly because I didn't do a lot of relics. I kind of need a load of them now because I've started doing it again. But I'm gonna have to farm it, I think. Once I've got through Endwalker and other bits, I'll probably go back into it and do it again. And that'll be shown on my streams. The dungeons of Leer Giha and the shifting out Ubel. Oh my god, why are words so hard? Why can't they just use simple 3-letter words? I'm just gonna skip it. You're gonna read it for yourself, chat. Will now be level synced adjusting players to level 80. Cool. Grand and free companies. Additional items will be accepted. Nice. Reprint stage symbol options have been added to company crest. Nice. New craftable items have been added to the company workshop. Cool. Following company actions have been replaced with new actions. Back on your feet, fleet-footed. So they just changed the name of it, basically. Oh no, they got rid of the back on your feet and they got fleet-footed. I don't know what those are though, so whatever. I'm sure some of you know out there. Following the successful restoration of the firmament, a new housing district, Imperium, has been added in Ishgard. Yep, this is the housing. By completing the following quest, teleport, yep, nothing new. That's kind of how you do most of them for housing areas. In preparation for the lottery sale system scheduled to be implemented in patch 6.1. Oh, it's in 6.1. Damn it, I want to get housing straight away. It'll no longer be possible to relocate an estate to plots of land that are not ready for purchase. Furnishings from the Furnishing Dying contest? Oh, cool. I didn't know there was a contest even. About the contest in 2017 and 2019. Well, okay. I like the little moon mobile. Oh, that's kind of cute. I want that. I want all of it. I just need a house to put it in. little swing on a tree. I want that as well. It's adorable. Ah, look at all these furnishings. Anyway, crafting facility furnishings can now be used by crafting classes up to level 80. Nice. In accordance decrease, yeah, train dummies are being basically leveled up. Nice. New orchestra rolls, not surprising. A new aquarium fish. That is a big ass fish. Look at the size of that tank. Look at the size of that fish. Can it even turn? If that fish cannot bend its body very well, it's just going to be going back and forward. Actually, can fish swim backwards? Is that a thing? Can fish swim backwards? Anyone want to confirm that with me? When viewing the aquarium fish window will now be separated. Okay, that's nice for people, but I've never experienced it. New seed for flower pots, cool. The Mandeville Gold Source. Oh, here you go. Here's the best stuff. New prizes are available for purchase. Yes, all my MGP I've been saving. It's got a reason now. Even though there's still loads of things I haven't bought on it. The following additions and changes can be made to Triple Triad. New cards, new NPC opponents. Players can now engage in Triple Triad matches in new areas. Cool. That's not really much of a surprise there. New area, new cards, new players to play in Triple Triad unlocked. Miscellaneous. Players can now select male Vieira. New character, yep. It's not for me, but it might be for some people. What does this do? Ooh. Oi. Ooh. Oi. New hairstyle options for female Vieira. I don't know how many times I'm going to do this, chat. It's just changing back from front. It's a nice hairstyle, but isn't there not one similar in the game? No? Okay. New Hothgar hairstyles have been scheduled to add in patch 6.1. A new face option has been added for the male Midlander Hue. Basically human is what I call it. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the trust system. We're just going to skip past this. Made to Wondrous Trails. Okay, let's see here, because I actually use this a lot. Prizes available in exchange for clothes, gold, certificate, commendation, silver, and bronze have been adjusted. The following duties have been added as objectives for Wondrous Tales. The addition of these duties will not affect the Wondrous Tales in your position prior to reaching level 90, or at least one Disciple of War or Magic. So basically when you... So once you get level 90, I guess then it changes your Wondrous Tales. Is that correct? Basically it's adding a load of random things. I guess when you get level 90 though, you can do a lot of the older content, can't you? Extremes, like these ones, I could probably solo them easier. I mean, you can do it unsynced. I guess it's... I don't know what people think about the cheating it. It's easy, but I'm not a fan of it. I still do it, even though I'm not a huge fan of unsynced things. It's just because, like, trying to get people to do some of them, it's just impossible sometimes. You need people, like... Sorry, chat. The game started. My Endwalker game went back to lobby, so I got kicked. So we just quickly changed this. Go away. I was gonna lag this thing out, innit? God damn, why is logging into the game so laggy? We're just gonna carry on for the patch notes. We'll just have to cut the video up after, instead of a smooth one transition. Endwalker entries have been added to the sightseeing log. Cool. Following additions or changes have been made to challenge log. That's not really surprising. Won't go into too much detail. Skywatcher and NPCs have been added to new areas. Fair enough. The level cap has been raised to 90. Not really surprising. We already knew that. The Reaper and Sage jobs have been added. Well, we knew this. We've been waiting. These jobs have no corresponding classes and begin at level 70. The Reaper can be unlocked by completing the following quests. We just skip that. We don't need to know how to unlock them. I want to skip those parts. I'll find out. Same with Sage. Same with Sag even. Well, it's not very surprising. Please note, however, that Reaper and Sage cannot be used in the Hall of Novice, nor can they receive the first-time completion bonus from guild heists. I mean, it's not really surprising, is it? The Hall of Novice is like level... I can't remember what it starts at, but like say like 10 to 25, and guild heists stop at level 30ish. So it's a bit like, what's the point? If they were at the same level, I can understand, but they're not. So yeah. Action and traits have been adjusted. The sick pet action has been removed. Do you know that was a thing? The sick. Like, sick 'em, go get them? Or sick is like, ugh, I'm feeling poorly. If it's the poorly one, I feel a bit bad that even existed. If it's not, if it's like sick 'em, go get 'em, boy, then I kind of miss it already, and I didn't know it existed. The time frame within which players must execute actions to continue or complete combos have been extended. It's not bad. I mean, I never had any problems myself per se, and that's me being a monk main. Maybe was a monk main now. The following additions and adjustments have been made to limit breaks. Use the limit break when no longer cancel action combos. That's a nice quality of life. The range of effect for the healer limit break has been increased from 30 to 50 arms. You know, as a guy that's got to level 80 healer, and I've done a lot of raids now with healers, I very rarely use the limit break. I've never had chance to. I mean, admittedly, most of them I've been raining are like lower level things at the moment, so it's not needed. And you get a lot of sprouts that like limit break at 1 bar and things like that. So I don't get the chance. I just want to do. I just like the idea of pressing this button to do a cool move. That is literally the only reason I like using the limit break. In order to curb the inflation of game data such as HP and damage values, this was done in the live letter I was part of ages ago. Let's ignore this. Player attributes mean adjusted as follows. No, it's nice. I'll leave these things at your discretion. Chat, YouTube, whoever the hell you are. The effects of certain monsters and NPC actions have been adjusted. The amount of experience points required to level up Disciple of War and Magic classes and jobs have been adjusted due to the downscaling of values. The Armory Bonus granted below level 80 has been increased from 50 to 100%. I don't really understand what this means. Maybe it's because I'm dumb. What's the Armory Bonus? The Armory Bonus is applied to all available Disciples of War and Magic other than your highest level job or classes. From level 80 onward, the Armory Bonus is 50% increase in XP gained from defeating enemies. Oh, it's that thing. It's like the stacking, is it? When you're killing enemies and you're chaining them? Is that it? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Anyway, carry on. Status effect True Self has been changed to Indomitable Spirit. Yeah, okay. In accordance, increased level cap, new world and preferred world character bonus now apply to all jobs at level 79 or below. Fair enough. So that's like, swapping worlds and all that stuff, isn't it? You can swap worlds to level up, or if you create a new character on a world and things like that. So it's just changed it from 79 and below rather than, I presume, 69 and below last time. New enemies have been added. Look at all these. Look at, that's a moose. No, is that an elk or a moose or a reindeer? Looks like a reindeer actually. I don't know. Chat will correct me at some point. That looks really weird. Cool. That looks even odder. It's like a dog that's mutated and has got some scaly legs and weird arms. It's like it's been converted. It's corrupted or something, and it looks like it, doesn't it? And then there's this weird lanky boy. I don't know what it is. It looks like a candle with arms and legs. New dungeons have been added. We won't spend too much time on this. Just scroll through slowly. They look cool. Some of them look familiar, but I mean that's just aesthetically for the story, I presume. Experience points previously earned from standard dungeon enemies will now be earned from dungeon bosses. Okay. The items contained from treasure coffers in the following dungeons have been adjusted. That's nice. We'll just skip that though. In accordance with the increased level cap, players can now gain experience from level 80 dungeons, trials, and 5.x Alliance raid dungeons. Okay. New trials have been added hidden. I'm not even going to try and click on that. I don't want to spoil anything. We're reading patch notes. There's already spoilers, and we don't want to spoil it. When undertaking the Great Hunt and Great Hunt Extreme, a new visual indication when Shattering Rathalos tail has been added. Still need to farm that for like 1 billion more scales. Unreal trials have been temporarily disabled. Players may still exchange faux leaves for various rewards. Fair enough. A weapon coffer has been added to the following duties. Cool. The Howling Eye. Basically, all the ones from you unlocked at the beginning of the game all the way to like. I want to get the right one. Is that? I don't remember, guys. Heaven's Ward. I know this one. The ether snakes. Whatever. No, that. Whatever. They've got added more coffers for things. I'm bad. Names. Carry on. New gear obtained from treasure coffers in the following duty has been changed to gear coffers. Cool. Gear obtained from treasure coffers has been exchanged to gear coffers. Fair enough. Players will now receive the power of the Echo in the event all party members are incapacitated during the following trials: the Cloud Deck and the Cloud Deck Extreme. Strength of the Echo granted in Eden's Promised Savages has been increased. Well, seeing as I haven't actually given this a go properly, I would love to. This will help me in completing it a little bit easier. I know some people will be frowned upon that, but whatever. Screw you. I haven't done it. I want to do it. I want to experience it, obviously, but you know, I still want to get it done one day. The Burning Field, an expansion of Stone, Sky, Sea, has been added. Burning Field offers trials tailored to various. We're just gonna skip that. Oh, hang on. The Burning Field offers trials tailored to various high-level duties in which players will be tasked with destroying a level 90 striking dummy. To access the Burning Field, players must first complete the following quest. We're not going to read the quest, but okay, I just wanted the gist of it. The weekly restriction on receiving cracked stellar clusters upon clearing the Tower of Paradigm's breach has been removed. Aww. New elite marks have been added. I always pick these up, and if I see them, I do them on the way, but it's very rarely. And these look cool. I want to fight this thing. It's like a weird candle with has evolved into a flower and become more neon. That's just an armored gorilla. It's got a gun. It's got turrets on its back. Players can now hunt regular elite marks in new areas. Not surprising, but cool. Reapers and Sage arms are now available from the following deep dungeon vendors. Players can now sort the adventure list by class job when undertaking duties in Eureka, Bojo, or Delibrum. Cool. The error message that displays when attempting to use return while undertaking duties has been adjusted. The following additions and adjustments have been made to Delirium. Maximum waiting time to enter has been set to 10. Once the time limit has been reached, the players will enter the duty even if they have not reached the maximum party size. Oof. Parties comprised of less than 24 players will be granted the power of the Echo. At least that is nice. Because this would be a pain in the arse. Is this the Bojo thing, Delibrum? I think it is, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because when I was trying to do it like a couple of months ago, God, I was struggling to get on like a, I don't know, server or an instance where there was a lot of people. Man, we cheesed some of it. I don't know how. It was just luck of the draw, honestly. I think everything was going bad, and all of a sudden, poof, we'd managed to do it somehow. It was magical. I'm not max level in Bojo. I know I've unlocked the relics. I'm on like tier 2 of the monk one. I'm like one step away from getting the stat page thingy, I think. I just need 13 more of one of the memories, and I'm done. And I can move on to that. But I don't even like it, actually, the monk relic. I like the first tier of it. The batons and the thing, they look like Galaxy-esque style effects. Elegant tombstones of Aphorism has been added. I guess that's a new tombstone. A maximum tombstone, yada yada. What's this? The following additions and adjustments have been made. Obtainable, no. Available for exchange, no. So we're just getting rid of all these. To poetically stick and then getting rid of all the other ones. So you got to trade all this into these when you can. Okay. I guess it keeps it simpler, keep it all together as one rather than. It's gotta be a bit cheaty for me now because I actually wanted one of the things. Makes it level easily though, so you got one thing. We don't need to go through this. We just understood that. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the duty finder. Character names and duties listed within each have been reorganized. The undersized party option has been renamed to unrestricted party. Fair enough. Don't know why. 5.x duties can now be undertaken using the unrestricted party option. Certain duties will now grant the epic echo status effect when undertaken with unrestricted. It's not a bad thing to do. Like less and less people are probably going to be in the lower levels sort of thing. So like you have a chance to do it still, even if you can't find the people to do it, or you want to just experience or the story or the cutscene. So maybe even just for a glamour, you want to get it done quick. The Raid Finder now only lists trials and duties introduced with patch 6.0. The Raid Finder, oof, fair enough. However, the Unending Coil of Bahamut Ultimate, the Weapons Refrain Ultimate, and the Epic of Alexander Ultimate can still be accessed. It's not too bad, I guess. The Duty Finder has been adjusted as follows. Duty associated with each duty Relic can be adjusted. Yeah, okay, basically, instead of 50, 60, 70, they're adding 80 to it as well now. And the number of tombstones received for each duty has been adjusted. Fair enough. There's the numbers if you care, but we're just going to keep going. We're only halfway through this, jeez. Calculations for experience points. Chaco, yeah. PvP actions for Reaper, Sage with the Feast. Season 20 will end and a pre-season will begin. Oh, this is for PvP, basically. Yeah, we'll leave that to people's own discretion. New items have been available. Is this the gear? Due to the volume items being annually released, they will not be listed in the patch notes. That's fair enough. Is that the armor we saw in the trailer? It doesn't look it, but it looks similar. I can't tell. We'll have to find out what it is, won't we? New recipes, yada yada. The description for items that increase experience points have been adjusted. Yeah. Adjusted how, though? Whatever. This is just about Reaper and Sage, very basic stuff. Following item names have been changed. Cool, but we'll just keep going. Summon note. These aren't uniques anymore. New system has been added, allowing players to dye artifact gear after progressing to a certain point in their role request and the main scenario. Oh, cool. I think that's pretty quality of lifey. I just always wanted to dye certain things, but you have to have the right stage of it or whatever. Makes it a bit easier. A few of the items have been dyeable. That's nice. A few items have been equipped now regardless of gender. Probably doesn't appear to concern the Viera females because they can't wear certain hats and stuff. They just changed attributes. Oh, following adjustments have been made to weapons obtained from relics. Secondary attributes have been adjusted automatically. It's just the stats, but I don't really use the care of the stats. You're doing it for the glamours, aren't you? The piety attribute has been removed from the following items. Fair enough. There's a lot of things, like it's quite weirdly quality of life and things like that. Belts are getting removed. Yep, we all knew that. There's various things to do with belts. But I mean, just say it as one single thing. They're removed from the game. Belts are gone. Bye bye. Let's see. Belts will be moved to the Calamity Salvager under the following circumstances. They are equipable by players or retainers. They are stored in players' armory. Fair enough. I don't really care about belts, honestly. I'm kind of glad they're gone. It's one less armor thing to worry about, and like you can't glamour them, so they just sat there, either for leveling. So I don't know what this is. Just belt stuff. Icons indicating required currency has been added to the drop down of the item. That's a little quality of life change. Is there anything else here that's like important, or is it all like niche quality of life things like to do with belts? The maximum amount of crystal sand and umbrite required to complete an animal weapon has been reduced from 80 to 60. Yeah, it's a little bit easier, I guess. I've seen about that already. Some other bits and bobbies. The collectible dealer in Mordorna at Revenant's Toll has been removed. Fair enough. The level cap has been increased for crafters and gatherers. Yep, that's not surprising. Stuff about XP. Oh, the script stuff. Okay, let's see. The following additions and adjustments have been made to crafters and gatherer scripts. You can obtain white scripts after 6.0. Yellow can be exchanged for white scripts. Otherwise, they're being removed, and red scripts are being removed, basically. Fair enough. Anything else? I'll try to just go through it quickly to see if there's anything else that's important. Flying text will now be displayed when using items or actions to restore CP or GP. Quality of life, really, nothing crazy. The following adjustments have been added to the crafting log. Recipes listed under the level-based recipe are now ordered from highest level. That's pretty quality of life, and I like it. An option to add items to your market board favorites list has been added to the sub-command menu for recipe ingredients. That is great quality of life, because now I don't have to search. I find it on the market, and I was like, oh, that looks nice. Then I can actually like favorite it and remember it, so I don't have to forget all about it and never care. I mean, if I forget about it, is it that important? But shh, shh, shh. The following sky steel tool materials are no longer required when upgrading. It's a lot to do with craftings and gatherers. It is no longer possible to gather high quality items. Furthermore, the chance to obtain high quality items will be replaced with the gatherer's boom effect. Fair enough. They changed the XP because they changed the way the system works a little bit. They changed some of the achievements to go in line with things they've changed about it. The following items are no longer rated on high quality. Yeah, whatever. Fishing. The following actions and game features no longer use high quality fish. A lot to do. Oh, here's spearfishing. Oh, they've overhauled the system. Oh, nice. The system is overhauled and now involves a mini game wherein players strike fish as they swim across the screen. So is it like you click? Is it like oh damn it! What's the game chat? The dog and the bird. Dog hunt, quack hunt. I don't know where I'm going. Everything's going crazy? Yeah. So whatever. Spearfishing basics. We don't need to go through that, but they got a mini game, so that sounds cool. I might check it out just to give it a go. I really didn't enjoy the spearfishing system before. Some more adjustments. They've added a few pages. Fishing records. Prior to 6.0 would be lost. The scripts have changed, but we already know that. The new mounts but hang on, what? UI has been adjusted. New mounts have been added. Nice. New minions have been added. Not surprising. New chocobo bardings. New fashion accessories. Oh, that is cool. I want that. I want to be a beautiful butterfly. A new market board. Yeah, well, that's not surprising. Following additions, there's some retainer changes. They can be raised to 90, funny enough. Now have the Reaper and Sag jobs. I'm going to keep saying Sag. You will hate me forever, people of the chat. A lot of changes, but it's nothing new really. You just assume it's going to come. The achievement window has been revamped. Moreover, the near completion and recommended attempts have been added. Nice. That is way not better. It looks just nicer as well. I think add a bit of color to it. Following adjustments. Hang on. An option has been added to only use aetheryte tackets when the cost exceeds a certain. That is a nice quality of life. Like when it's like a 90 gil or something like that, you don't care about. Well, maybe it's like 1,000-ish. You're like, yeah. It's just the quality of life. Makes things easier and nicer for everyone. Map will now just be displayed when selecting Etherite. That is nice as well. I'm so glad. Instead of me having to open the map because I don't know the name of the Etherite, scrolling trying to find the one I'm trying to teleport, entering teleport to like 5 different Etherites because I'm stupid, and then having to walk 5,000 miles because I can't be able to teleport anymore. So it's quality of life. It's all simple things, nice things I added. The world map's updated, not surprising. I'm not a controller player, so that doesn't apply to me. Player search menu. Player search menu is pretty cool. Anything else? Anything else important in any of this? HB bars will now display even when incapacitated. I guess that's not too bad. Imagine someone's used like the dead emote or something, and they're just lying there pretending to be dead, and yeah. The conditional enhancements category to the HUD, nice. Following additions to ground targeting. Anything else? New dungeon and available explorer mode, cool. What the hell is this? The following changes to be made to group pose can now be initiated while using performance actions. That's kind of cool. Can now be. There's buttons for frame. You can add frames, stickers. It's now like a Snapchat filter. Duties that can be recorded via the duty recorder have been changed. before and after. Anything else that's popping out at me? Some controller stuff, sound, various other bitties. Yeah, I don't think there's much else. New music, sound effects, and voices, not surprising. Some other server stuff. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for the 6.0 patch notes. Preliminary. So yeah, we'll call it there. Thanks guys for watching. I'm Zabby6, and goodbye.